Hello Libra, welcome to my channel. Welcome to your July monthly tarot forecast reading. I do apologise that I've been away for a little while, but I'm back now, and thank you so much for stopping by. I'd like to thank those that have liked and subscribed to my channel so far as well. I very much appreciate it. So as always, this is a generalised reading, so some of these messages may resonate with you, some of them may not. Those that do resonate with you, the first thing that comes to your mind is what it's telling you to focus on first of all, okay? If you just excuse me for a few minutes, I'm just going to channel in for your reading. Thank you. Oh, a lot of energy there. Okay, Libra, I'm going to stop it there. I'll split the deck into three. I do apologise about the lighting on my camera. I will be investing something soon that will give a bit more light, so I hope that these readings come through for you all okay. So I'm pulling a 10 card Celtic cross. For those of you that are not familiar with the spread, I will show you your cards, okay? And we can have a look at, we can see what we're looking at. Okay. Okay, Libra, at the bottom of the decks, this is your overall energy for the month of July. We have the Ace of Wands, okay? So there's a surge of new energy coming in here. That's exciting, passionate and driven, okay? Which is interesting really, because I started to do a reading for you a minute ago and my camera went off, so I just had to do another spread. There is still some similar energies that are coming through from your other reading, but this appears to be a lot more positive. Which is great, okay? So, I mean, I feel like it might be the same kind of energy, but it's just presented itself a little bit differently, okay? So, what's great is that we have the energy of the Ace of Wands coming through in the month of July, which is, talks about new creative projects, getting things off the ground, starting something new, okay? Which is great. With this energy as well, there's a lot of passion and enthusiasm that comes with this. So, this is a lovely energy to have overall throughout the month of July. Now, we do have a few major arcana cards within your reading as well. I've got 3 that's lined up right in front of me, which I will show you your cards, okay? So in your recent past, we have the Chariot. In the present situation, we have Hermit. In what's crowning you, what you know to be true, we have the 8 of Cups. What's underlying, what's hidden within you at the minute, we have the Page of Cups, okay? In what's upcoming for you in the near future, we've got the Death card. Position of the Self, we have 5 of Cups. Within your environment, we have the Queen of Coins. Hopes and fears, we have the Wheel. And as your outcome, we've got the 7 of Wands, okay? So I feel for some of you Libras out there, you may be looking at starting something new, okay? And I do see this as something that's quite fulfilling. I get a sense that you're not quite sure which direction you want to go in, okay? I feel like there is something new that's coming in for you. Ace of Wands, okay? Start of something new. The Death card, start of something new. Chariot, moving forward into something. 8 of Cups, moving forward into something, okay? So you're definitely, you're either contemplating it or you are taking action now with the Ace of Wands, okay? But you are still in a state of being the Hermit, okay? So I feel like for some of you out there, you may still be kind of thinking things over. You still may be on the fence about something, if you know what that means, which means that you're still not quite sure which way it is that you want to go. You have got some amazing energy here to sort of take advantage of, to utilise if you wanted to progress forward with something, okay? You've got the opportunity to do that here. Now, coming from the recent past of the Chariot, so it tells me that you have already moved forward into something, okay? Because you got that and the 8 of Cups that's crowning you. So it tells me that there has been movement forward. And it could mean that you potentially maybe left something behind. When I look at this Eight of Cups, though, I don't feel like they've left them behind. I feel like they've still got them with them, but it's just kind of moving with them, if that makes sense. So let's say, for example, it's like, oh yeah, well, when someone gets the qualifications and they put them into a record of achievement and they take that with them where they go to each job and so on. I feel like this is a similar kind of scenario with the Eight of Cups, okay? So I feel like you've got a lot of cups that are filled. Maybe you are feeling quite emotionally fulfilled and stuff at the minute, but you're still searching for something else, okay? You're still looking for another cup, okay? And I feel like this is a person who's collecting their cups and looking for another one. So in the position of the Self, so we have the Hermit. So I feel like for some of you, you are still searching for something, okay? And I do see you're just not being that settled at the minute. Because, I mean, the interesting thing is, in the position of yourself, we do have the Five of Cups, okay? So this is a person who is potentially gone in search for the other two cups. And this is a person that's holding two cups. So I am seeing some kind of links in here that, there's a two of Cups situation, I feel. And even though the Two of Cups hasn't come out, I do feel like the Two of Cups is meaning something for you at the minute. Okay, so this could be to do with a love relationship, partnership. Maybe you are seeking some kind of connection with someone. Okay, because I do see this person here who's holding these Two of Cups. It seems a little bit upset, and to me, I'm feeling like maybe because this person hasn't yet reached the Two of Cups. Okay, and I should say that because you are moving towards something, you're walking away from something, but you're in search for something else. Okay, and the Hermit holding this light, is another person who's searching for something. Is waiting to shine a light on something, but not to worry because we do have the Death card here, which does talk about coming out of a state of mind or state of time or whichever, and it kind of brings you into something new. Okay, so if you have moved forward, which you have, the Chariot is here. Okay, so the Chariot is just a driving force. Okay, we've got the Ace of Wands here, which also almost tells me that there's some energy that has been thrusting you forward that maybe you might not have necessarily wanted to kind of move forward with. Okay, you might have been quite settled where you are, the Queen of Coins. Okay, you might have been quite quite secure and stable where you are. So there could have been the Chariot situation that's come in and it's just like pushed you forward. It's like, right, okay, you're going into something else now, and you might not have necessarily been fully prepared for it, which has kind of caused you to sort of move forward and have to leave some things behind. Okay, but I do see that if this is a situation and it's got you feeling a little bit upset at the minute, because in the Five of Cups, she does look a bit upset, and kind of still holding on to what it is that she has left. Okay, it just tells me that I don't really see it for this card. I'm seeing this as, when you see the Five of Cups, we normally tend to think that this is, I don't want to say quite, I mean, five represent change, okay? Represent change, okay? So this is a change within your emotional area, your emotional foundations, okay? So something's changing within your emotional foundations. And with the Five of Cups, sometimes it's a person who's a little bit reluctant to change because they've been hurt so much in the past that they just don't want to do that anymore, because I don't want to be hurt anymore. But sometimes, we don't have a choice. Sometimes, we have to move forward because there are new offerings available to us. And when you get the Lights of the Death card, it's inevitable change, okay? So sometimes we just have to go with it. We have to go with it and just have faith in the fact that, we will still always have cups available to us, okay? There's always cups, yeah? There's always cups. There's none of these cards here that don't have a cup, okay? All the cups always have a cup, yeah? So not to worry too much about those that may have spilt in the past, and just to be mindful that, we still have cups available to us, okay? And that's always reassuring to know. And the great thing is that, we do have the Page of Cups here, so it's telling me that, okay, you might have lost some cups in the past, but you've got a new one coming in, okay? You've got a new one coming in. And they might not be the ones that you have had in the past. These are new cups being available to you. So the Page of Cups is usually a bringer of communication, a bringer of news, okay? And this is, we can look at this as children as well. So this could be news regarding children, or this could be your children. It could be that maybe children are now moving on with the Eight of Cups. Some of them may have just completed school and they're going into university and so on. And you're just like, no, I've had children move on before and I don't want my, you might have had 2 or 3 children and maybe they're all growing up now and it's making you feel a little bit like, you're holding on a little bit to what it is that you have, but not to worry because, you do have something new coming in here for you, okay? I do see this as a very exciting time, especially with the Wheel and your hopes and your fears and the Ace of Wands here as well. So it's telling me that whatever this is, whatever this clearing out is for you on an emotional level, is bringing in a new surge of energy that's going to be creative and passionate, okay? So, this could be speaking to a romantic relationship with the Page of Cups here, or it could just be talking about maybe you coming into your own as well and maybe becoming a little bit more secure and settled within your environment, because we do have the Queen of Coins here within your environment. And the Queen of Coins, she's someone who's got to a point within their life where they've become quite comfortable within themselves, okay? They know what it is that they want, they know what they need to do to get there. They're very emotionally stable, the Queen of Coins, okay? They're not as emotionally sensitive, or, they're not as one with their emotions as they would be maybe the water signs and so on. The Queen of Coins are a little bit more reserved, and they're the planners, they're the ones that think long term about projects and plans and things like that. So this could be you within your environment, just trying to think ahead about how you want this change to kind of occur. So with your hopes and fears being the Wheel, it could be that things are changing, that they're changing, and you're kind of hoping it's going to be for the best, okay? All change is good, okay? It's always good. It's hard when we're going through it sometimes, it really is, but it's always good, okay? Because it's energy that's not staying still, okay? Energy that stays still, when it doesn't move anywhere, it's just like this, and it's creating restricted energy, and energy kind of needs to flow around us. So, just kind of let the Wheel and let the Death card take its course, okay? Don't try to resist the energies, because you do have change within your reading. That's significant here, okay? So try not to resist it too much, because the Queen of Coins, I should imagine, is very resistant to change sometimes, okay? They can be very set in their ways, and might be quite stubborn as well about not wanting to move and not wanting to change, but sometimes some things have to. The Chariot here is to suggest that it's a little bit out of your control. Change is going to happen, okay? I'm afraid it's going to happen, but don't fear it, okay? Don't fear it at all. The Wheel can work wonders for many things. The Wheel, again, it's another cycle. It's just taking, it's clearing some things that have obviously needed to come to completion and bring us into the next phase of where we're going to be, okay? So just utilise these energies, and actually don't fear them or anything like that. Just take it all in, because when we go through changes within our lives, sometimes we can maybe reflect back and think, oh, well, if I knew what I knew now, I might have done things a bit differently. Or, we go through it all the time. We're always going through changes, and usually when the change is happening is when we are going through some of the darkest times in our life, okay? That's usually unseen change that's happening, and we can think negatively about it, and we can think, and resist it as much as possible, and which will just create more suffering, if anything. Or we can just feel it. We can just feel it and just let it just ride us, and let it just flow out of us, okay? Because it's for the good, really. A lot of the time it's clearing a lot of negative energy that's surrounding you, and it's bringing you to a place where you're going to be a lot more content and secure, okay? Sometimes, especially if we are going through a Five of Cups situation, which could be experiencing some kind of loss as well, I'm not going to dispute that, and which obviously with the Eight of Cups can represent that as well. So a lot of you Libras out there might be taking a lot of time to go within, and you might be spending a lot of time retreating within oneself at the minute, trying to find out which direction to go in. But when the Death is here and the Chariot and the Wheel, a lot of the time it's just kind of, you just got to let the energies kind of flow with you, and thinking too much about, okay, where's it going? I want to do this, I want to do that, and so on. Sometimes these energies kind of just need to work themselves out, really. They cannot be restricted in any way. Okay. So we do have the Seven of Wands as your outcome cards, which is great. So this is suggesting to, you know, stand for what you truly believe in as well. You know, so even though the energies are here and change is happening for you, and this could be, this has probably been created by yourself as well. So you might have manifested something here. You might have thought to yourself at some point in your life, this could be going back years. Okay, so a lot of times when we manifest things, they don't usually come into play until years later. And when it happens, you know, we're a little bit like, oh, well, I'm not ready for this change. Well, you asked for it, you know, sometimes. And, you know, we forget sometimes the things that we asked for. And I mean, I love looking back, and I always find it very useful sometimes to, when we are wanting to bring something into our life or change something up within an area of our life, I always find it really helpful sometimes to kind of set a time of when you would want it to be completed by, so that when it comes to it, you can look back and reflect and think, oh yeah, it happened. And it gives you that reassurance to know that, you know, you do have some element of control over it as well. Okay, so, you know, it doesn't always have to be daunting. So if you was to give a bit of a time limit on things of when you want things to maybe come into play for you, when you can look back and reflect and just think, all right, well, I understand, so now I'm more prepared for when it happens again. Okay. So yeah, you know, we do have some heavy energy here. I'm not gonna dispute that. We have some heavy energy, but your overall energy is the Ace of Wands. So this, again, could be another advice thing, is to try not to take the energy too seriously. Okay. If you are going through some change right now, it's leading to some place that's exciting and creative. And maybe it could be that, you know, this energy that you're going through could be putting you back in touch with your creative side as well. So there could be a lot of creative stuff to come out of this. If you have got into a place where you've kind of retreated and gone within quite a lot, you know, express it as much as possible. Okay, express it. Put it down on paper, get it out, you know, in words, writing, or whatever, or, you know, however you might express yourself. It could be through cooking, it could be, you know, through gardening, or whichever. But there's some energy here that is asking you to, you're going to go through transition. Okay, you're going through transition. This isn't going to speak for all Libras out there. Okay, this is generalized reading. So some of you may be going through this energy right now, coming out of it, even coming into it in July, or this could tail off into August as well. But what it's asking you is, whatever you're going to go through, however deep rooted, it might just be on the surface as well, to take this as a creative opportunity. Okay, whatever you might go through, express it as much as you can in whatever way that you can. Okay, that's what it's asking you to do here. And it's good to have things like that to sort of reflect back on and look and just think, oh wow, you know, whilst I was going through this, I created this. Because we can lose sight of the things that we are creating when we're going through periods that might be quite unsettling for us at times. But you do have the support of the Queen of Coins here, of kind of grounding energy. Okay, they're very grounded individuals. They're very good at kind of keeping feet on the ground. So you do have that within your environment. This could be another person within your environment as well, which is a earth sign, which is a Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo person. So it could be maybe socialising, or maybe coming into contact with the person of this energy that might help you through times like this. Okay, if you are going through some changes, this could be a very good ally or a person that you can rely on, especially for advice and things like that, because they're fantastic at giving advice. And, you know, keeping one's feet on the ground as well. So just be mindful if you do maybe have a person of this nature within your environment who could give you some support if you need it. Okay. Now I'm going to pull one more on the Seven of Wands. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, really. The main sense I'm getting here, Libra, is you're going to go through transition, or you're going through transition. And I don't feel like you're too happy about it. but to try and remain as positive as possible and take this as a creative opportunity. Okay, you're being given this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity, and it's nothing not negative, although it might feel like it. Okay, so 7 of Wands. Look at that, beautiful. We've got the Star card. Okay, so we just had this in another reading, and it's a great way to explain what I've just been talking about, really, because the Star card, this is your outcome card. You've got a few major arcana cards within your month of July, so I do feel like it's going to be an intense month for some out there. Okay, there is going to be a lot of movement, a lot of moving energy within the month of July. Just feel it and just go with it. Okay, now the Star card is your outcome card. Is beautiful. Okay, so this is telling me that the 7 of Wands usually starts to kind of standing one's ground and staying true to what they believe in, which is right. You know, you should always still have that at the core of what you do. And the Star, for me, you know, is a person who's taken themselves away from negative situations or is being guided out of negative situations. Okay, so this is a good explanation as to what this transition is about. It's clearly trying to move you out of something that's negative or something that may have been holding you back. And it's trying to help you flourish, and it's trying to help you shine. Okay, it's trying to help bring you out of this so that you can shine. Okay, so it's beautiful, beautiful outcome. So you've got this to look forward to. It's fantastic. Okay, so just bear in mind that this is what these energies are trying to do for you right now. Okay, Libra, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you found this helpful. Please leave me any comments or feedback. I'd be very much interested in what it is that you have to say. I hope you have a fantastic July. And I will see you again next month. Okay, so thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.